What is going on, decent of the interweb? Thank you so much for clicking. I am AJ and let's get right into this video. Today we shall continue with our year-end list, specifically the worst albums released in 2019. Full disclaimer, these are just my opinions, and my opinions are exactly what they are, opinions, not facts. So please do not get offended, okay? Y'all already know who we're about to do, so without further ado, let's get into this goddamn list. Starting with number 10, we've got Harvard Dropout by Lil Pump. I can feel y'all judging me right now. I know some of y'all are asking how and why did I listen to this damn album? Girl, I ask myself the same question every day. Look at the cover. It's bold, it's loud, it's purple, it's enticing. I was curious, okay? It was in January, February. Nobody was releasing anything. So I was like, oh, Lil Pump, wonder what he has to say. So I clicked on it, okay? Girl, the first question I asked myself was, who signed this man? Who? When I was done with the album, I was like, how did he get a record deal? I understand the music industry is filled with money-hungry vultures, okay? But damn, can y'all make sure they have talent? What is the point of a Lil Pump if there's no hope for longevity? Huh? This album is made up of 16 garbage tracks. These songs should have been incinerated. This is the type of music you used to torture people. How you gonna brag about dropping out of school when you can barely make any sense? Homeboy couldn't even spew the damn lyrics with a decent flow. Sounded like he had a teleprompter in the goddamn studio that wasn't even functioning properly. That's how bad his flow was. Moving on to number 9, we've got 7 by Lil Nas X. Lil Nas, I am happy for you and I wish you nothing but the best. But baby, this EP, not it. It's not, okay? How the hell was this nominated for Album of the Year at the damn Grammys? It's barely 20 minutes. Girl, this EP is boring. It's quite boring, okay? It lacks lyrical profundity. It is vocally monotonous. It's just an overall subpar body of work. I mean, you know what? He tried to be innovative production-wise by having an admixture of a bunch of genres with each song, but it still sounded one-dimensional sonically. So, you know, maybe he has potential. I didn't quite hear it, but hopefully something better is released. For number 8, we've got Happiness Begins by the Jonas Brothers. Y'all, this one hurts. It hurts. It hurts. This album gave me the same vibes Charlie Puth's album gave me last year. Bland and unmemorable. Y'all, a lot of the songs lacked originality. And they weren't lyrically substantial either. They gave us decent vocals. I gotta give them that. They gave us decent vocals. But damn, the melodies and the productions, they sounded outdated on a lot of the songs. It probably would have worked a couple of years ago, but not in 2019. It wasn't cutting it. My goodness. Jonas Brothers. I had hope. I had hope. Moving on to number 7, we've got When I Get Home. I can feel y'all getting ready to rumble. I can feel it, okay? Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, please. I actually gave this album quite a few listens, but I just couldn't vibe with it. It's more on the jazz end of the spectrum with hip-hop and R&B undertones. It's a well-produced album. It sounds crisp with headphones. However, it's still boring. I wasn't a fan of the repetitive lyrics. I actually wasn't a fan of her vocals either. They were actually quite weak on this project. And there were too many damn interludes. I don't know, overall it was just, it was just a snooze fest for me. I'm sorry, okay? Some of y'all actually love it, but I just couldn't vibe with it. Moving on to number 6, we've got The Big Day by Chance the Rapper. Chance, ugh. This one hurts, y'all. First of all, Chance, this better be the last debut album of yours, okay? How many times are you gonna release a debut album, sir? Number 7? The hell? This album was way too damn long. Too many fillers. Too many fillers. And nothing outstanding. It seems like Chance had a vision and a plan, but unfortunately, it was poorly executed. There were times when the lyrics were questionable and his delivery was cringy. The singing didn't help Chance. The vocal cords, you gotta hang them up, honey. You can't sing. You can't. The featured artist did not necessarily help the song's case either. Just the overall project was so unimpressive. Moving on to number 5, we've got ERYS by Jaden Smith. This album was actually quite hard to get through. It was way too long. Yeah, some of the songs were longer than they needed to be. And he tried to be experimental structurally, but unfortunately he ended up cultivating a discombobulated mess of an album. There were times when he was blatantly copying other artists such as Travis Scott and Kendrick Lamar. Name them, they are in this album. And they're not even featured, okay? That's just Jaden copying their style. Jaden, when are you gonna be original, ho? The hell? This album was just way too busy and it lacked artistic ingenuity. Number 4, we've got Father of Asahd by DJ Khaled. This one was really bad. It was so terrible. It wasn't cohesive. It sounded antiquated. None of the songs sounded cohesive. The first track, Holy Mountain, was a total mess. What the hell was that? Was that like the unpolished version of the song or something? Because I don't think they finished that song. It sounded so unrefined. And that song is a representation of the entire project. It sucked. Moving on to number 3, we've got Madam X by Madonna. This was actually my introduction to Madonna as an artist. And it wasn't the most pleasant experience, as you can see. But I did explore her discography. And honestly, this is one of the worst in her catalog. This album explores different musical styles. However, it's not necessarily done in the most accessible way, especially for a non-stan. Some of the songs with heavier subject matters were delivered in a more theatrical or comical way, and it kind of defeated the whole purpose, in my opinion. The autotune did not help Madonna's case either. Why does she use so much autotune? For number 2, we've got Jesus is King by Kanye West. This album was overhyped and uninspiring. The rollout was a mess and the album was even messier. Some tracks actually sounded incomplete and so impassive. Matter of fact, the entire album was quite lifeless to me, especially for a gospel album. You know? Kanye West. This is definitely one of his worst albums. For number 1, we have number 6, Collaborations by Ed Sheeran. This album was the most disappointing album of 2019 because Ed Sheeran has an enjoyable catalog, but this particular project was not it. I understand it's a collaborative, fun body of work. However, nothing about it is memorable. The lyrics were surfaced and sometimes cringy, and the songs I actually tolerated had both likable and unlikable components. Like, there isn't a song on this album that I fully enjoy. Like, there's nothing I go back to listen to. Okay, the replay value is nowhere to be found with this project. This should have been a mixtape. It shouldn't have been labeled as an album. Damn, this actually put a dent in his catalog. This was terrible. I didn't like this at all. With that said, well, we have finally come to the conclusion of our list. Please let me know in the comment section what your least favorite albums of 2019 were. Do you have any similarities with mine? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and share, and I will see you mañana.